Stop scrolling, this could boost your Nclex score. Most students struggle with SATA questions not because they lack knowledge, but because they don't understand the strategy behind them. In this video, you'll go through 20 high-yield SATA questions that reveal the most tested concepts and common traps on the Nclex. Make sure you watch till the end, the last questions are the most challenging and closest to what you'll see on exam day. Let's get you ready to pass Nclex on your first attempt. Question 1. A nurse is assessing a client with hyperkalemia, serum potassium 6.2 milliequivalent/L. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Muscle weakness. B. Peaked T waves. C. Constipation. D. Bradycardia. E. Hypoactive reflexes. Correct answer, A, B, D, E. Rationale. Hyperkalemia reduces the resting membrane potential, making cells less excitable. This leads to muscle weakness and hypoactive reflexes. In the heart, excess potassium alters conduction, producing peaked T waves and potentially life-threatening arrhythmias such as bradycardia. Constipation is more commonly associated with hypokalemia, not hyperkalemia. Strategy. Focus on cardiac plus neuromuscular effects. Always prioritize ECG changes and potassium imbalances, they are life-threatening. Question 2. A nurse is caring for a client with hypocalcemia following thyroid surgery. Which signs should the nurse assess? Select all that apply. A. Chvostek's sign. B. Trousseau's sign. C. Muscle spasms. D. Bradycardia. E. Seizures. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Hypocalcemia increases neuronal excitability, leading to tetany, muscle spasms, and seizures. Classic signs include Chvostek's sign, facial twitching when tapping the facial nerve, and Trousseau's sign, carpal spasm with BP cuff inflation. Bradycardia is not typical. Hypocalcemia more often causes prolonged QT interval. Strategy. Remember. Low calcium equals high excitability, think tetany plus seizures. Question 3. A nurse is assessing a client with fluid volume overload due to heart failure. Which findings are expected? Select all that apply. A. Edema. B. Bounding pulses. C. Crackles in lungs. D. Hypotension. E. Weight gain. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Fluid overload results in increased intravascular volume, leading to peripheral edema, pulmonary congestion, crackles, and rapid weight gain, early indicator. Bounding pulses occur due to increased circulating volume. Hypotension is incorrect. Blood pressure is usually normal or elevated. Strategy. Always associate fluid overload with everything increased weight, pressure, lung fluid. Question 4. A nurse is teaching a client about insulin administration. Which statements indicate correct understanding? Select all that apply. A. Rotate injection sites. B. Shake insulin vigorously. C. Use abdomen for fastest absorption. D. Store opened insulin in refrigerator. E. Inject insulin into muscle. Correct answer, A, C, D. Rationale. Rotating sites prevents lipodystrophy. The abdomen provides the fastest absorption. Opened insulin may be refrigerated or kept at room temperature depending on type. Insulin should never be shaken, causes bubbles and dosing errors, and is administered subcutaneously, not intramuscularly. Strategy. Focus on safe administration principles: route, storage, absorption. Question 5. A nurse is assessing a client with respiratory acidosis due to COPD. Which findings are expected? Select all that apply. A. Increased CO2. B. Decreased pH. C. Slow respirations. D. Confusion. E. Increased bicarbonate initially. Correct answer, A, B, C, D. Rationale. Respiratory acidosis results from hypoventilation, causing CO2 retention and decreased pH. Clients often have slow or ineffective respirations and may develop confusion due to CO2 narcosis. Renal compensation, increased bicarbonate, occurs later, not immediately. Strategy. Link respiratory disorders to CO2 changes. CO2 equals acidosis. Question 6. A nurse is caring for a client experiencing hypoglycemia. Which signs should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Sweating. B. Tremors. C. Confusion. D. Polyuria. E. Tachycardia. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Hypoglycemia triggers the sympathetic nervous system, producing sweating, tremors, tachycardia, and neuroglycopenic symptoms like confusion. Polyuria is associated with hyperglycemia, not hypoglycemia. Strategy. Think. Low sugar equals shaky plus sweaty plus confused. Question 7. A nurse is teaching a client with heart failure about home care. Which instructions are appropriate? Select all that apply. A. Limit sodium intake. B. Monitor daily weight. C. Increase fluid intake. D. Report weight gain of 2 pounds in 1 day. E. Sleep flat without pillows. Correct answer, A, B, D. Rationale. Sodium restriction reduces fluid retention. Daily weight monitoring helps detect early fluid buildup. A gain of greater than or equal to 2 pounds in 24 hours should be reported. Clients should not increase fluids and often need elevated head positioning to ease breathing. Strategy. Heart failure equals fluid management plus early detection. Question 8. A nurse is assessing a client with hypokalemia. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Muscle cramps. B. Weakness. C. Flat T waves. D. Diarrhea. E. Irregular pulse. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Hypokalemia leads to decreased muscle function, causing cramps and weakness. Cardiac effects include flat T waves and arrhythmias. Diarrhea is a cause of hypokalemia, not a symptom. Strategy. Low potassium equals weak muscles plus dangerous heart rhythm. Question 9. A nurse is assessing a postoperative client. Which findings indicate infection? Select all that apply. A. Fever. B. Redness at incision. C. Purulent drainage. D. Decreased WBC. E. Pain at site. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Infection presents with inflammation, redness, pain, fever, and purulent drainage. WBC is typically elevated, not decreased. Strategy. Use classic infection signs: redness, heat, swelling, pain, fever. Question 10. A nurse is assessing a client with dehydration. Which findings are expected? Select all that apply. A. Dry mucous membranes. B. Tachycardia. C. Hypotension. D. Edema. E. Decreased urine output. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Fluid loss causes volume depletion, leading to tachycardia, hypotension, and reduced urine output. Dry mucous membranes are a key sign. Edema is seen in fluid overload, not dehydration. Strategy. Dehydration equals low volume everywhere. Question 11. A nurse is caring for a client with COPD. Which findings are expected? Select all that apply. A. Barrel chest. B. Use of accessory muscles. C. Bradycardia. D. Chronic cough. E. Hypercapnia. Correct answer, A, B, D, E. Rationale. COPD causes air trapping, leading to barrel chest. Clients use accessory muscles to breathe and often have a chronic productive cough. CO2 retention, hypercapnia, is common. Bradycardia is not typical. Strategy. COPD equals CO2 retention plus breathing effort. Question 12. A nurse is assessing a client with increased intracranial pressure. Which signs are expected? Select all that apply. A. Headache. B. Vomiting. C. Bradycardia. D. Hypertension. E. Hypotension. Correct answer, A, B, C, D. Rationale. Increased ICP leads to Cushing's triad, bradycardia, hypertension, irregular respirations. Early signs include headache and vomiting. Hypotension is incorrect. Strategy. ICP equals pressure on brain vital sign changes. Question 13. A nurse is implementing infection control measures. Which actions are appropriate? Select all that apply. A. Perform hand hygiene before contact. B. Use PPE when indicated. C. Recap used needles. D. Dispose sharps properly. E. Wash hands after glove removal. Correct answer, A, B, D, E. Rationale. Standard precautions include hand hygiene, proper PPE use, and safe sharps disposal. Recapping needles increases risk of injury and infection. Strategy. If it increases risk, eliminate it, like recapping needles. Question 14. A nurse is assessing a client diagnosed with anemia. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Fatigue. B. Pallor. C. Tachycardia. D. Hypertension. E. Shortness of breath. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Anemia results in decreased oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. This leads to tissue hypoxia, which manifests as fatigue, due to low energy production, pallor, reduced hemoglobin, and shortness of breath, compensatory response to increase oxygen intake. The heart compensates by increasing rate, resulting in tachycardia. Hypertension is not expected. If anything, severe anemia may lead to hypotension. Strategy. Think, low RBC equals low oxygen everywhere, body compensates with HR and RR. Question 15. A nurse is assessing a client with advanced liver disease, cirrhosis. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Jaundice. B. Ascites. C. Bruising. D. Hypertension. E. Confusion. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Liver dysfunction leads to multiple systemic effects. Jaundice from bilirubin accumulation. Ascites due to portal hypertension and low albumin. Bruising from decreased clotting factor production. Confusion, hepatic encephalopathy. From ammonia buildup. Systemic hypertension is not typical. Instead, portal hypertension occurs within the liver circulation. Strategy. Liver equals detox plus protein plus clotting. When it fails, toxins rise and bleeding risk increases. Question 16. A nurse is caring for a client diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, DVT. Which interventions are appropriate? Select all that apply. A. Administer anticoagulants. B. Apply compression stockings. C. Massage the affected leg. D. Encourage ambulation as prescribed. E. Elevate the affected leg. Correct answer, A, B, D, E. Rationale. The primary goal in DVT is to prevent clot extension and pulmonary embolism. Anticoagulants reduce clot progression. Compression stockings and ambulation improve venous return. Elevation decreases swelling. Massaging the leg is contraindicated because it may dislodge the clot and cause a pulmonary embolism, which is life-threatening. Strategy. Golden rule. Never touch a clot, avoid massage. Question 17. A nurse is assessing a client with pneumonia. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Fever. B. Crackles. C. Productive cough. D. Clear lung sounds. E. Shortness of breath. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Pneumonia is an infection of the lung parenchyma leading to inflammation and fluid accumulation. This causes crackles, fluid in alveoli, productive cough, often with sputum, fever, infection response, and shortness of breath due to impaired gas exchange. Clear lung sounds are inconsistent with pneumonia. Strategy. Think, fluid in lungs equals poor oxygen exchange. Question 18. A nurse is teaching a client newly diagnosed with hypertension. Which instructions are appropriate? Select all that apply. A. Reduce sodium intake. B. Exercise regularly. C. Stop medication once BP normalizes. D. Manage stress. E. Limit alcohol intake. Correct answer, A, B, D, E. Rationale. Hypertension management includes lifestyle modifications such as sodium restriction, regular exercise, stress reduction, and limiting alcohol intake. Medication should not be stopped abruptly, even if BP improves, because hypertension is typically a chronic condition requiring lifelong management. Strategy. Hypertension equals silent chronic disease treatment is continuous. Question 19. A nurse is assessing a client in shock. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Tachycardia. B. Hypotension. C. Cool clammy skin. D. Increased urine output. E. Altered mental status. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Shock is a state of inadequate tissue perfusion. The body compensates with tachycardia to maintain cardiac output. Hypotension occurs as compensation fails. Peripheral vasoconstriction causes cool, clammy skin. Reduced perfusion to the brain leads to altered mental status. Urine output decreases, not increases, due to reduced kidney perfusion. Strategy. Shock equals organs not perfused, brain, kidneys, skin all affected. Question 20. A nurse is caring for a client experiencing an acute asthma exacerbation. Which findings should the nurse expect? Select all that apply. A. Wheezing. B. Shortness of breath. C. Use of accessory muscles. D. Bradycardia. E. Chest tightness. Correct answer, A, B, C, E. Rationale. Asthma causes bronchoconstriction, airway inflammation, and mucus production, leading to wheezing, dyspnea, and chest tightness. The increased work of breathing results in use of accessory muscles. Bradycardia is not expected, tachycardia is more common due to hypoxia and stress response. Strategy. Asthma equals airway narrowing, think tight, wheezy, struggling to breathe. If you made it to the end, you're already ahead of most Nclex test takers. Remember, SATA questions are not about guessing, they're about thinking like a nurse and spotting patterns. The more you practice this way, the easier the exam becomes. If this helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone preparing for Nclex, you might just help them pass too. And don't stop here. Check out the next video for even more high-yield questions and exam strategies. You've got this, success on your first attempt is possible.